And also to remind you of the format, we will have an opening statement first off from party coach Paul Simmons. And after he makes his opening statement, we would then ask that you direct your questions to our players who are present. Once they have fulfilled answering your questions, they will be dismissed, and then you can direct your questions to Coach Simmons. We're joined in this press conference today, you see from left to right. On your left is All-American linebacker Clark Griffin, who led the team with 7 tackles today, 4 of those unassisted. Also in the middle is quarterback Colt Keelan, who again completed 3 of 5 passes for 80 yards and a touchdown, also rushed for 52 yards. These 2 players just completed their 56th career start for Harding. Again, some great players throughout the years for the Bisons. And again, head coach Paul Simmons joining us on the podium as well. Coach Simmons, we know it's not the result that the Bisons won in today's ball game, but again, a great effort. Let's hear your comments on tonight's ball game.
First of all, obviously Ferris is a great champion. 4 national titles in 5 years. There's a reason for that. Coach Neese is a class act. Does a really great job. They deserve to be champions today. So hats off to them. Drew Porter, Dylan Deering, Jude Steppen, Jake Mitchell, Mike Erickson, Xavier Hilton, Will Dunn, Luke Mamana, Clark Griffin, Tony Agipone, Curtis Jackson, Ty Duggar, Cole Keelan, Troy Wiseman, Luke Janak, Christian Franklin, and Braden Jay. These young men are 51-5 for the Bisons. 3 conference titles, a national championship, and they have left an incredible legacy. A legacy of winning on the field, but so much more, a legacy of loving one another, passion, loyalty, humility, all the things that we ask our guys to be about, the leaders eat last mentality, just a deep desire to honor God with the way they do everything. So incredibly proud of them. Today wasn't our day. We did some things that we don't typically do. Obviously, it's got a lot to do with Ferris State. But I'm incredibly proud to be the leader of this bunch of men.
All right. Thank you, Coach. We now ask that you have any questions for our players at the podium today. If you'd raise your hand and be recognized. Yes.
Josh Barry, Fox 16 in Little Rock. Cole, me and you spoke before today's game, yesterday actually, and I asked you about, your thoughts on the all-time wins record and things of that nature. And the first thing you said to me was, it's about the team. What are your emotions like right now as you're walking off that field and for the final time, more so as a Harding Bison?
Yeah, for the games that Coach Simmons just read, just knowing that we didn't get it done for those guys really hurts, but we played as long as we could. We fought, and just it just sucks that we couldn't get it done for the team, but we gave it all we had.
Yes. They were right over here.
Randy Ringwater, Drive Time Sports, Little Rock. Clark, did Ferris State do anything different than what you expected?
No, I mean, they've got a pretty good scheme offensively. Obviously, they've got great playmakers, and they divvy the ball out really well. They're in position to make plays a few times, but a lot of that is what they do.
This is a comment often made to the coaches. I'll bring it up to the players. Attendance today, 10,521 is the second largest we've had in McKinney. You can guess what the highest one was 2 years ago. You have a great fan support. Clark, tell us about the fan support you guys have seen over the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's been awesome. told everyone that feeling standing in the tunnel with everyone in the stands. We graduated that night earlier, like before that captain's meeting, and that feeling you get in the tunnel, you can't even describe it. Yeah, I mean, the fans have been awesome. For them to show up that deep, 5 hours away, man, hats off to them. We've had great support all year, and it showed today.
Cole, would you like to add to that too?
Yeah, kind of just the same as Clark, and just the level of support they show even when we lost. I mean, it's our team picture. Everybody just saying how much they love us and how proud they are. So just even the positive support with how the game went, it just means a lot.
Yes.
Cole, what is Coach Simmons mean to you?
Yeah. I was just telling Coach Simmons off the field. You know, he brought me here. I still remember sitting in his office and committing to play here. It's been the greatest blessing of my life. Meeting the guys that I love till the day I die. And the best relationships, best memories, learned the most lessons. You know, really grown as a man. And I'll never be able to repay him for that.
Yes.
Carl, same question I asked Clark. Did Fair State show you anything defensively that you weren't expecting, or did they do pretty much what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they had a few wrinkles from last year, but it was the majority of the same stuff that they did. We just, you know, we get something rolling and they get a big play. We just didn't execute enough, and they were the better team today. We had a good plan. We didn't execute where we needed to. A lot of that was on me and on us.
Any further questions for our student athletes before they join their teammates in the locker room? One last question, yes.
For both of you guys, obviously, you know, you've had Harding near and dear to your heart, from fan base to the coaching staff. For anybody recruiting wise, when it comes to, you know, just joining the brotherhood, you know, what does it mean to be a Harding Bison in your eyes? Both of you can answer.
Yeah, I mean, just reflecting on this past week, reflecting on our time here, knowing that no matter what, win, lose, draw, this is the last one, and this is our last time being together as a team. I mean, just coming here and playing winning football, that's great. You know, we were 51-5 in 4 years, but just the relationships you build, and you know, kind of same thing I said, that the life lessons you gain, just the great experiences you get. I mean, I didn't get cussed at in 4 or 5 years of being here. I never got cussed at one time. So we never had a fight at practice in 5 years. So, I mean, that's unheard of. So when people say culture or brotherhood, so be it, but this is the real thing.
Yeah, going off of that, you're not going to find a place where the coaches and their families treat you like family. Just being in their house on a weekly basis. You're going to win. You're going to win when you come here, and it's not the most important thing, but it is important. Yeah, I mean, just you're gonna come here. You're gonna gain friends that will last a lifetime, and yeah.
Cole, you got hurt right before the postseason started. We weren't sure if you were going to be able to go in the playoffs. What does it mean, the fact that you were able to warrior through all of that and get yourself to McKinney the way you guys were?
Yeah, so I was just talking with Eric Myers, our trainer downstairs. Him and the whole training staff, they were huge to me. Just any hour of the day that I needed them, they were there. They were wanting to help. They just, I mean, hats off to them. They could have done me better. But really, I mean, there's so many guys out there that are hurt, and it's just since I'm the quarterback, people look at me differently as another level of toughness. There's 11 dudes out there like that, and I mean, it's pretty easy to play through injuries when you're playing with the motivation of loving the guy next to you.
He's not telling the truth. I'll tell you the truth. Week 11, his shoulder dislocated, and they think his collarbone's broke. I get a phone call that night from the trainer, and they're like, Cole says he's not getting an X-ray. I'm like, what do you mean? He says he's not getting an X-ray. I think he just thought if he just imagined that it wasn't broken, it wouldn't be broken. And finally we made an X-ray, get an X-ray, and it wasn't, it was just dislocated, right? An injury that most guys see. And he obviously played with that. And last week, the first drive against touchdown, he broke his finger. He tore his meniscus in his knee. He had a giant quad contusion. Just wills himself. And when he says everybody's like that, that's not the truth. He's elite in that regard.
Guys, appreciate you coming, represented well your team and your teammates. We appreciate you. We'll let you join your teammates now. We'll continue with Coach Simmons. Coach Simmons, you told us in our virtual press conference Tuesday, no matter the result, this is a successful season. And listening to the Queen play, "We Are the Champions" month ago, occurred to me the second line, "We'll keep on fighting to the end." That very well typified the Hardy Bisons in today's game. What questions do you guys have for Coach Simmons? Yes.
Obviously, Coach, tough game. Those two, what do they mean to you and to Harding football?
You know, it's, you know, in today's game, loyalty, no loyalty. Everybody just does the best thing for themselves. For guys to start 56 straight games, both of them are guys that nobody wanted, right? There's no way the carpenter can play linebacker in college. He's 5'7", nobody wants him. O'Keeline is not a guy that was recruited. Both of them, their whole life, have been told that they're just not enough. So to leave a legacy of 51-5 is incredible. But I'm gonna make sure I say this. You know, the legacy that these guys have left on the field is amazing. It might never get topped. I mean, Cole's won as many starts, both of them. You know, as anybody can talk about history. But we won't know their legacy for another 10 years, right? We're gonna know their legacy. We check back and we look at that entire group and what kind of daddy are they? Are they coming through for their family? Do they have a wife that feels honored and loved and taken care of, and have a wife that feels like, man, I'm the most important thing to my husband. Do they know what it means to lead? They know what it means to wash feet. They know what it means to serve. And if they fail in those areas, then this legacy doesn't mean anything. The football was a waste of time. But I tell you what, I'm betting on those guys. I mean, I'm betting on those guys to come through at the things that really, really matter. Because it takes the same kind of grit and toughness and selflessness and accountability and gratefulness. And you know, those guys didn't win 51 games because they're just supreme athletes. challenge is, this is the most talented team that we'll face offensively. And it's not close, right? Their offensive line is fantastic. And then they've got, you know, a really elite playmakers. But then you couple it with an offensive scheme and a guy who understands the way you try to defend them. And that's why they're four-time national champions. And I tell you what, it's also really unique what both of us have been able to do, in that, in today's world, if you win a national championship, what happens next is everybody leaves, right? Your coordinators become head coaches, your staff leaves. If you win Division II, then your head coach leaves. But Fairvest has been able to keep it together, keep that staff cohesion together, and that's a giant part of why they've been able to do what they've been able to do. And the same for us. We have not achieved what they have. Okay, we've done really good things, but they're another level above us. But 23 won a national championship, and we didn't lose anybody. We didn't lose a player to the portal. We didn't lose a coach. And in today's world, that's really, really rare. But the results after that, I think, speak to the importance of keeping those guys together. But the bottom line for my guys is that, none of us, this is not work for us. I think we're the only staff in America on any level where all of us want to work. We've all played a part in. It's not work, it's mission. It's mission. We're in the mission of loving young men and trying to model Christ. And when we don't, when we fail, and I fail. I'm a sinner. I fall short. I'm embarrassed about myself a lot of the time. When we fail, man, it kills us because we don't want to fail at what matters most, and that's modeling Christ to our guys.
Did you feel the pressure, especially mounting in the second half, that you felt like you had to score on virtually every possession? There was a situation at the 35-yard line or 40-yard line where you punted the ball on fourth down and rather than going for it. Did you start feeling the pressure you had to go for it?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we just couldn't get stopped. We couldn't get stopped. And, we talked about onside kicking early in the game. I'm so mad at it. We've had a fake punt that we practiced for 3 years. I cannot believe that we didn't do that. Actually, we had it in 23, okay? And we just, that game, we dominated and didn't use it. And, it's Braden Jay's part of it, so I guess we'll never do it. But, their offense definitely put us in a spot where we didn't score the possession, and we couldn't do that.
Let's have one final question in the back here.
Coach, same question that the players got. What do you think of this fan base? I came out onto the field during warm-ups, and basically the entire visitor side was pretty much filled. What do you think about your fan base's response when it comes to just going to road games, especially up there in Pennsylvania, like we talked about yesterday? And then my last question, two-parter. How do you best sum up a season like this where you go all the way, you're right there at the door, and you don't get the job done?
Yeah, well, first of all, you're right. Our people, the Harding community, it is incredible. It's incredible. Last night at the hotel, our guys missed graduation. They were in Pennsylvania last week. So we had graduation / pep rally / reunion. Must have been 3,000 people there. I cried a bunch this weekend. It makes me emotional. The way people rally behind our guys, and people care about winning, they do, but our community, they love our young men because of the way our young men do everything. They sit on the front row in class. They try so hard to do right. They try so hard to have a grateful spirit, and they're special. I walked outside the stadium, and this is probably unprofessional, but I walked through the tailgate, and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and it's very humbling. It's amazing. Your question is, what does it mean to win 15 straight? And then that isn't our ultimate goal, right? Day one of fall camp, I'm gonna ask them, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? What are we here for? What are we working for? What is the goal? And I'll always have a young freshman that doesn't know any better, says, oh, national championship, right? We just bait him in there. And we say, no, that's not the goal. The goal is to do everything in our power to have the very best culture in America. And there's a lot of good cultures, but we want to have the best culture we possibly can. And for us, that's about honoring God. And that's about accountability and toughness and loving one another, and humility and having a grateful spirit. So we're, never in a million years would I say a 15-1 Bison team didn't get it done, but I understand, because winning does matter.
Coach Simmons, again, congratulations on another outstanding year for the Bisons. And again, thank you for your testimony and for your efforts.